Hey rollers, welcome back to the channel. So as the title suggests, we are going to take a break from the holidaying, all the holiday stuff that we have been seeing on the YouTube. So let's just chill and craft. So I've already started weeding. You guys know I don't always weed on the channel, but I've already weeded the top and I'm just going to do some of the inside stuff. And I'm sorry, but this is Cricut's white vinyl, and you know the backing is white, all this white on white. And this is actually going to be Cricut's smart vinyl, only because I needed the continuous long weeding, long cut material. And I found that I actually like their smart material. Surprise, surprise. Now, if you don't use theirs, there's two other companies that has smart material. In case you didn't know, Tech Wrap also has smart material, as well as Hobby Lobby. So in the event that you might not like Cricuts, those two are actually pretty good. I'm not sure about Tech Wraps because I think I've only used it once, or not at all. I just have it in my stash and I haven't actually tested it. But Hobby Lobby's is really nice. I find that it cuts very, very nicely. So if you want to try that one, it's actually really, really nice. And price-wise, I think it's a good investment. And it's a lot more accessible than Tech Wraps. You just have to order that one. So if you're out and about, you can just go buy it at Hobby Lobby than Tech Wrap. So now this idea that I've got here is something that I saw another YouTuber, and I can't remember her name off the top of my mind, but I saw this several years ago, and I thought about doing it, but at the time it didn't seem what's the word? It didn't seem feasible. I know I was just like, oh, well, I'm going to try it, but I left it alone. This was before I had my channel, guys. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll make it. And this week, as I was trying to figure out what to make for this week's video, for today's video, I came across this design again. And I said, well, you know what? It's very fitting. It's very, very fitting. And you will see why I decided to make it. And it was just like, aha. Okay, so I will be honest with you guys. When I come up with ideas for my videos, I do not have, I'm missing something, guys. Like, I'm missing the top pieces of this. Let me go find them. They were placed with my other pieces. Now I got to look on the design page and see who goes with what, but we'll figure that out later. So when I come up with my design ideas, I do not, under any circumstances, have a stash of videos pre-done or anything like that, because my brain just doesn't work like that. So I literally come up with my ideas on the fly, because I cannot create, like, I cannot have a stash of videos pre-done. Every now and again, maybe that's possible, but I just make videos as I need to. That is how I create. And then, so then I'm constantly going, what am I going to make for you guys this week? It's just, I don't know. I'm just not that kind of creator. So anyway, I was making this, when I came up with this to make for this week, it's because I was just, all the stages that you'll see, this is the 5 stages of Cricut crafting. And it doesn't have to be just Cricut crafting, but I felt like it was very fitting for this week, or for not just this week, but in general. And once you see how it plays out, you're going to understand why I say that, because I feel like we all craft in this manner. So that's why I felt like when I was first doing it, it just didn't make any sense. Uh-oh, I guess I dropped it. So when I first found it, it was just not, it just didn't make any sense for me to make it at the time. So that's why it sat around for as long as it did. So let's go ahead and put this down. All right, so we're just going to, when you're layering, just make sure that you put it on top of the other one. Grab our burnishing tape. All right, our burnishing tape. That makes no sense, Roberta. Okay. All right, so what are we gonna talk about today? Let me move all of this mess out of our way. All right, so what I was saying is that I actually needed the break from creating mind frame. I'm probably not in frame. I needed a break from the seasonal crafts because even though this is the time of the year that I love, I felt like I just needed a tiny timeout. So if I needed a tiny timeout, I felt like you guys might need a tiny timeout too. Peel this back a little bit. Not a little bit, but the whole thing. So since I needed a break, you guys needed a break, and so hence the video. And I noticed that I'm using these a lot. These things, it has the pumpkins on the top. Some of them have the some stars, depending on which one you buy. They've been coming out a lot more recently. When they first came out, they came out for the holidays. For like, I think it was Halloween or fall. But now they've been coming out a little bit more. Now, our 5 stages of Cricut crafting. All right, so let's go ahead and do our next piece. Which this is where you can get creative with this part. My words, her words were different. I will try my best to find the original video and link it below. But like I said, it's been a while and I don't know if she's still doing videos. It's like I said, it's been a while. So let's see how I want to do this. Okay, I'm going to take this part out. Let's cut this right there on this line. So that, and then she used a different board as well. So you can always you can use whatever piece you want to use and then go from there. And then you can adjust the Cricut cuties as well. You don't have to use the same ones I'm using, of course. You can, I mean, like I said, you can do anything that you want to make the changes. That's the best part about crafting in general. Just grab the piece of tape and lay it down in the middle. Now I'm gonna pick this up. And let's see, because every time I do the hinge method on camera, it never works for me. Now we're gonna weed. We're gonna peel this back. Okay, let's get this down. So I've got idea, indecision, frustration, result, and finally, right? Because I feel like this is what happens whenever I'm crafting. It's a battleground, right? So it's what my mind, how my mind works whenever I'm crafting. Now, if that's not the way your mind works, hey, it's okay. So you use the words that works for you. The idea comes, and then here comes the frustration, and then the indecision of, is that gonna work? Let's change it. And then the frustration because it's not working. Like one of the crafts that I was working on yesterday was like, oh, this is not doing it. And then I had to change what I was working on and so on and so forth. And then you get the results and you're like, oh, maybe, and I'm missing a dot. So let's see. Where did that go? I know it's in here. Oh man, let's see if I can find it. Okay, let's see. Because I was like, oh man. Okay. Let's put that in there. Bad effect though. Okay, now let's get the cuties in the right spot. Okay, so I had to open the project up in my screen in front of me. So we got this one, and I think this one goes right here. Is that right? And I think this one goes here. This one goes right there. And did I put this up wrong? This maybe should have gone a little lower. Maybe I should have checked. Okay, it's okay. We'll make it work. Maybe I need to do this. Okay, so we'll figure this out. So let's get everything aligned and then we'll figure this out. Okay, so last piece. And of course this eye doesn't want to come off. So let's go the other way. So like I said earlier, this is where you can have fun with this piece if you want to recreate it. You can add different kind of cuties. The cuties are just these Cricut pieces, if you didn't know. And then you can add different words. You can do all kinds of things. And originally I was going to put this starting this way. And then when I was looking at it, well, in the design, I have it the other way. But then when I went to lay it down, after I cut it, I was like, oh, well, that doesn't make any sense how I had it laid down. But, this one really doesn't want to go down. And then you can adjust it any way you want. Just have fun. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but I love to have a lot of fun when I'm doing a lot of designs for my craft, for my purposes. I don't take my crafting too seriously. I just like things to be funny when I'm in my craft space. I like to look around and find things to be not too overly serious. So just when you want to, if you want to recreate it, just think about things that are funny. So it's idea, indecision, frustration, result, and yay, finally. Actually, you can even do yay. That's basically what it is, because you're jumping for joy. So I'm probably going to do a ribbon up here, or I might do another hole where this used to be a hole up top. I don't know yet. I might just prop this up on as a leaner in my craft room. I have no idea, but I might do something in the back. So I'm going to leave this blank for now because I have no idea what I want to do, if I want to make it a double side. So that's why I'm not going to do anything in the back, because like I said, I don't know what I want to do. But let me know what you think about this one. I actually love this. I think it's hilarious. And that's why I waited for so long to do this, because when I found it, I just did not think I was ready to do it yet, because I was a beginner crafter. So anyway, let's put this to the side and let's go ahead and do our next craft. Okay, so this is another craft that I thought was super, super funny. I was actually working on something completely different, and it just, guys, it was not working for me while I was doing it. And so I figured, oh, sorry for the loud noise, but let me finish weeding this while we chit chat. So I realized that while I was creating one thing, I needed to quickly pivot, because no matter what I did with the original design, it just was not, it wasn't coming out. I was just like, this thing is not working in my favor. I'm not getting absolutely nowhere. So I needed to step back. And so I decided to that's where that frustration comes in. So that's why I was like, well, let's start off with that piece. The frustration was coming in and I stepped back. And so when I came to sit back down at my desk, I was like, well, let's see what else is is there that's similar that I can get away with? Because I knew what I had in my mind, right? So I was like, okay, well, let's try something else. So this popped up, and I don't know where that piece just went. And so, oh, there it is. What is going on here today? Oh, there they are. I'm just like, this trash can is full, but let's do that. It's my little scrappy piece. Okay, so we're going to finish reading this. And then, so I just went with, okay, so this is exactly what we're doing. You know what? My tool is not cooperating. Nothing is cooperating. I just printed this one out instead, and then I just adjusted it for me. But the other problem was that, you know what? We're going to switch tools because I don't think this one wants to work with me today. Let's use our pen tool, see if that works. The other problem became that what was going to be my blank, because I felt like I did not want to use a square, right? Because I was using the Dollar Tree one for the past couple videos, and I was bored with it. I don't know. I was like, I don't want to use that. You guys have seen me use it for the last couple videos. So let's try something else. So now I went digging high and low, and we found another blank that I don't think I've used here. So I got this one. This is the original color, and it's from the Dollar Tree Plus section. It's $5. I don't know if they still have them. I don't think they have them in all the Dollar Trees anymore, because some of your Dollar Trees might be getting rid of a lot of their craft section in the Plus areas. I know that. Okay, so this one says, let me read this part out so that it makes a little bit more sense. And so that was my dilemma yesterday as well. Oh, well, that's not helping. So I do sometimes make my videos very last minute. Like I was trying to say earlier, I don't craft in batches. I don't create videos in batches. Okay, so it says, I cannot leave my craft room. My craft supplies have accepted me as one of their own, and if I leave now, I will lose their trust. I could have sworn maybe there was a period there. Oh, no, never mind. There isn't. Okay, so that is that. And then I have little craft tools right here. So I was initially making another one, and guys, it was not working in my favor. And so your girl here had to pivot because the other one just, it was a battle of the crafting issues yesterday. It was rough. I mean, when I say rough, it was, yeah, we was having some rough times yesterday with these things. I mean, so I'm telling you this because I want you guys to understand that when you are having issues in your craft room, let it be known that it's not just you. We as content creators, as crafters as well, we have the same issues. It's not just honky-dory. And you know, I try to say that I'm going to be as honest as possible with you guys. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't have time to, you know, tell you guys something that's not the truth. I mean, crafting is not always pretty. And so it's just the way it is. Not all of us have like pretty days when we're crafting. It's just not possible. I wish. I mean, like, seriously, I wish. I have more struggles when I'm crafting than anything else. And if you watch my videos, it's like, dang girl, you be struggling. So that last piece is down. Let's get the red one. I rarely use the Cricut tool, but if I'm having problems laying down that piece, this edge is actually perfect to help nudge the vinyl down, just like you saw me doing. You just want to use that corner just for that purpose alone. So let's get this one down. So I got my two favorite colors on there. I used the gray color base because I didn't want to use white. It's actually a stark color for me, for my eyes at least. So I don't tend to use that too often. I like the gray, neutral of the gray. So I tend to use that a little bit more. And there's that one. All done. I cannot leave my craft room. There we go. All right, let's clean this up and then let's start on our next one. So I have these, what are these, pockets, folders that I have that I have been, when I purchased these, what are these called? Decoupage paper and some of my, this is my printable vinyl sticker packets, but my decoupage paper are in here that I've been starting to store in these little, I guess they're clear pockets. I don't know what they're called, but I got them from Amazon. So what I'm going to do is I've started to sort them by season. So I've got Christmas, Halloween, and fall. It's just been a little bit easier for me to, when I have them in my cubby behind my craft island, for me to just pull out what I need. So I'm just going to actually sticky label them. And I just kind of made the labels for them, and I grabbed some, what are this, scrap vinyl, and I just kind of did it based on the color that I liked for each holiday. So we are going to, I kind of pre-weeded it, and then I left the middles. I've been liking to do that because I find that at least pre-weeding it makes it easier, so that, because sometimes when I do I cut this twice. I don't know why. I was trying to decide if I wanted red or purple, but I like the red one. Because since I'll cut something in advance, and then when I go to cut it, when I go to weed it, it's hard to weed, and then I struggle. But if I pre-weed it and then just leave this out to weed it with, to weed the middles with you guys, at least I get to chit chat, right? Now these packets, these are 12 by 12, so these would be good for those things called your, I want to call them construction paper, but your paper packs and things like that, that you can use these for too. Or if you wanted to do your I just call these things too, your vinyl scraps in here, you could do that too. It'd be easy to see the colors that you have in there. You just color coordinate it, and then if you have the space to do it this way. Now this is not the method that I use, but it'd actually be good that we can see all the colors in there, and then you don't even have to label it that way. This came from Sammy from Unicorn Dust Design, this plastic idea. I know she was saying that she uses them, and so I was like, oh, these are kind of cute. You can do your transfers in here, and if you have those stamp pads, not the pads themselves, but oh my gosh, it's gonna be hard to weed. Not the ink pads, but the letter stamps. I think she said she uses those for that. But you can also use the transfers and put them in there. I think that's what she was saying that she uses these for. So these can be used for any number of things. I mean, your imagination is the limits on what you can put these things in. But And I was saying construction paper. Any kind of paper can go in there. But yes, 12 by 12 is actually amazing size. This thing I've had forever, and I put it in here because I always forget I have it. So when I go to make stickers and I need something to cover it to make it pretty, I need to remember that I have it. And so that's why I am putting it in one of these, because I have it in a drawer, and then I'm just like, girl, you have these. Why are you always looking for them on Amazon? Like, you need to chill out. And that's why I'm always telling you guys, like, I don't need to buy anything else. I have too much crap laying around that I need to use. See what I mean? Like, use what I have. I have stuff. I am getting ready for Halloween decor. And I know not everybody crafts for Halloween, but I do. And while we're in this video, so it's been about 2 weeks since I did the giveaway, but our second giveaway winner has not showed up. So we're going to do another giveaway with the same item. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to participate in the comment section, we are going to do the word. What should we do for the giveaway word? We are going to do the word. Let's just get the word craft room. I think that is spectacular. The giveaway word is going to be craft room. So if you want to participate, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, all the shenanigans. And if you want to participate, just comment the word craft room. And then you have to be here in the US, and we are going to randomly pick a subscriber, and then I will announce it in our next, maybe in the next 2 weeks. Not this video, not in, well, yeah, in the next 2 weeks. And I will pick a subscriber from there. Just be a random subscriber. Nothing spectacular. So remember, the giveaway word in the comment section is craft room. I was like, why am I missing? Oh, I put the wrong thing in there, but that's an easy fix. See, you guys distracted me. See what I mean? Such a shame. It's your fault. Okay, so giveaway word is going to be craft room if you want to participate. Okay? Good thing this thing was not very complicated to switch around. So let's do a switcheroo while I'm thinking about it. I think it looks better if it's in purple instead of orange, because this is orange. And see, I had originally done Christmas in purple and it doesn't match. And then there. So I am going to redo Halloween off camera. Okay, so let's take a break and then do our next craft. All right, roller family. Here's our last project of the day. Well, not these. I'm just going to show you these. These are my old Cricut mats. And if you're wondering what is up with these C's and Cricut logo cuties, here's the thing. I do not like cleaning my mats. I've said before that I don't weed on my mats because of the oils. If you have on long sleeves, other things gets on your mats. And this one actually fell on the floor the other day and it wasn't covered. And so now it has all the carpet stuff on it. And I was going to throw this one out anyway. So the other day I tried cleaning my mat and all the stuff got on it, got off of it. And frankly, I don't feel like when you clean it, it does much difference. I guess now it did. But when I first did it, it didn't feel like it did much of a difference to me. And I personally, my mats last a long time. And that's because I put these logos on here and I put these covers back in the same direction. Now, you don't have to go through these extremes of putting the Cricut C on there. When I first started, I would simply just grab a piece of vinyl. This is just an example because it's sitting right next to me. I would just grab one of these pieces of vinyl. This is just, that's an example. I would just grab a simple piece of whatever piece of vinyl that you have and just stick it on here like so, and then that way I would know this is the top and then this is the bottom, and so I would know this always is the top, and that's how I would always put mine back. So then I was like, well, I don't want to do that because I would have to know by touch this is the top. So this gives me more directional way of knowing this is the C. So if you know this is the direction of the C, if you go to lay it down, obviously this way is the wrong way. So I decided to print a whole 12 by 12 sheet, because the other thing that I used to do was just take the old cover and put it on the new mat. So I'm saying that, all that to say that I'm lazy and I don't like to clean my mats. So now when my mats are dirty, I simply throw them away, because in my opinion, that's just me, I don't like to clean my mats. You don't have to be like me, because what I tend to do is I either buy Cricut mats when they're on sale on either the Cricut website, because when the green mats go on sale, they sell them in 12 packs and they go on sale dirt cheap. I don't remember the price off the top of my head, but they do go on sale really, really cheap. Now you can grab like any color vinyl. You can use your scrap vinyl. This is actually really good for scrap vinyl pieces. You can do this for. I know that they don't usually put of any other color but the green mats on, and you don't have to use Cricut green mats. Any of these brands are really good. This is just the 12 piece, and then I have my Joy Extra, and I use this for all of my mats. This is just the 3 that I'm changing right now. So I tend to not have to change my mats very often. So because of the fact that I religiously put my mat back on here. Now I'm gonna have to do surgery on this little guy right here because my thing didn't cut out very well. So that's what I'm gonna do first and foremost. Now I'm trying to remember which one I was going to change. I think it was this guy. I was going to do surgery on him and then move him over here. Just the arm, I believe. Yeah, it's just the arm. So let me grab a piece of this transfer tape. And just grab this piece right here. Yeah, I just needed his arm. And this has served me for many, many years. So that's why I wanted to show you guys this method, because it works. It works for me quite nicely. So, and you can put this anywhere, really. Put this anywhere on your mat, but I tend to always put it in the middle because it just works perfectly. And I've been using yellow, but I decided I wanted to try something different. So here it is. And there it is. There's that one. And then I'll show you with the C. The C has become my favorite because it's just a lot easier. And it's relatively quick to just print out a whole sheet now. And I'll just keep it with my, probably with where I keep my, in the folder where I keep my, either my transfer tape, I'll probably keep it with my scrap vinyl. What was I doing? Just keep it with my scrap vinyl. So I just keep it right here in the center where the center mark is. Just like so. So this way, I always put the top. So what I do is when I take it off, I just flip it over so that I always know which is the top and which is the bottom, like I said. and then it always goes back in the exact order, in the exact position. And it limits debris getting on your mat when you're working. And then, well, that didn't work because now it's upside down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pick this back up. Try to pick it up neatly and put it back down like a sticker. Okay, there we go. So then let me show you with the cutie. Let me grab another piece of transfer tape. Since this one is longer, I'm gonna give you the whole cutie instead of just his head. And again, just like with the other one that we did, I don't want this antenna. You can use any cutie that you want. This one actually just is my favorite, to be honest with you. He reminds me of me sometimes. He just reminds me of me. He's a grumpy fella. He just reminds me of me. He's so cute though. He's a cutie pie. They have one with that wears glasses, sunglasses, and he's cute too. He's just so cute. Anyway, let me stop. But yes. Isn't he adorable? Did I put it? No, I didn't put it upside down. Yes. And then I can go in and do all the, is he upside down? No. And I can do all my my mats the same way. And then the C, I think these are the only C's that they have. And then, but you can change the cuties all day long as you want. I mean, this is where you can really personalize them, just like we did with the frustration ones. You can do all of these. You can do any one of these. This one is cute too. But yes, let's go ahead and bring all the other items that we worked on today. All right, rollers, here's everything that we worked on today. We did our a few of these plastic bins, as well as updated our mats that I needed to go ahead and change because my other ones were extremely dirty and worn out, as well as I did a new craft room sign for people to enjoy and laugh at when they come in my room. I like to have things that catches their eye and chuckle every now and again. I want you guys to keep in mind that don't take your crafting too seriously, because it's just supposed to make you enjoy your time in your craft room. So that's what it's supposed to all be about. It's supposed to be this way, right? I think it's supposed to be this way. And then this one as well, as to make people, when they come in here, when they are allowed to come in here, it's supposed to as well catch their eye and make them chuckle and giggle. So that's what this sign is for as well. Just have to find the space for them for this to be posted. Use your vertical space as you can when you're doing little things like this. Well, this one is not so little, but these are what this is for. So keep in mind, like I said, just enjoy your space and find ways to put things up that makes you smile whenever you're in here. One more thing, remember the giveaway that I have planned for you guys. The giveaway word is, of course, craft room. Go ahead if you want to participate. Put that in that comment, and we will do the drawing in 2 weeks. That is all I have for you guys, and thank you always for being part of my roller family. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.